Oh, did you give it to me?
Oh, did I?
I don't know, but I found myself with one when I got back up here.
Right.
So,
good evening, anybody that happens to be out there. As you can see, we are. There's obviously, oh, hello. Right. So let's have a little look at the chat and see what we've got. So we have Rose and Harry in Southampton. We've got Alice, who is a first timer. So welcome, Alice, all the way up in Crewe. Babs is Verwood. Thank you for reminding me where you moved to. Fantastic. And Joe has also made it as well in Southampton. So that's absolutely brilliant. As you can see, we are live outside in the garden. In fact, I'm sure you would like to see, and they promise they're going to behave themselves. So I'm just going to turn you around. And well, actually, you need to unplug. So, and then you can see everybody and give you a big wave. We're in the garden. It's sunny. Look, there's the tech team who you don't normally see. Barry, give them a wave. There you go. Right. Okay. That's enough of that. That's enough of that. Right. I'm just going to plug you in so we don't lose you halfway through the game. Right. So it could be chaotic. In fact, it probably will be chaotic. So this is a hybrid, a first and probably the last, I have to say, game of bingo. And I'm hoping everybody can hear me in the garden. If I am shouting at you down YouTube, I do apologise, but the garden's a little bit of a long way down there. So you have got, with you, you have got 4 cards like this. You've got 4 cards like this. So it's 1 per game. And because I have a very bad memory, this isn't just for everybody online. I actually have, look, I've even got very posh ones today with elephants on them. There we are. Okay, to remind me which game we're on. And the first thing we play for is 1 line. So you've got 9 lines on your sheet. So any one of those is a winner. So please shout bingo either on the top chat if you're on YouTube, obviously out in the room. Charlotte will just record it and we will obviously do prizes towards the end. Then after that, I will explain what we're going to do next. So otherwise, it's just too much talking and too much explaining. So eyes down, everybody. And we're going for the first number. So 1 sheet, you've got 9 chances to get a line of 5. It's 5 numbers. And the first number out is 5 and 3, 53. So, and then sometimes I'm so busy talking, I forget to actually do all the trendy names, but I'm sure people will remind me. 8 and 7, 87. Just to give you an idea. Oh, Sarah's online and so is Neil. I think we've probably got a full house for all our online people. We have. That is absolutely amazing. So I think we have 20 in the garden. We have 7 online. So this is awesome. Fantastic. It is a full dozen. It's the number 12. 1 and 2, 12. Like I said, there does tend to be a lot of chat in between times. Oh, and all the 5s, 55. Some of you will know that Barry and I went behind the scenes with Springwatch earlier this month. And as I was saying, now I know exactly what those poor people felt when we appeared over their shoulder saying, oh, is that how you do it? Because suddenly you're all watching us doing what you don't see when we're on YouTube. So, yeah, even Barry's had to do his hair especially. 2 and 4, 24. No, don't tell them about wearing the pajamas. Definitely not. 4 and 3, 43. Just making sure I'm making it to the end of the garden because I wouldn't want them to miss out. Oh, yeah, getting a thumbs up. That's excellent. 1 and 7, 17. 7 and 3, 73. We're not getting any of the ones that have got nice little names to them yet. And just so you know, it's probably on average about 30 numbers come out before we get the first line. 4 and 2, 42. 5 and 6, 56. Me and you, it's the number 2. 3 and 2, 32. 5 and 1, 51. 8 and 2, 82. Cup of tea, it's the number 3. And it's the Heinz variety of 57, 5 and 7. I did have to have a practice because it's been a while since I've done bingo. So there we go. Oh, now this one is definitely one. Those of you that have seen us do, it's legs 11. So can we have some live wolf whistles, please, in the garden? Oh, not bad. Hope you could hear that. There we are. Because it's the one thing I can't do. So there we are. Audience participation. Right. So that was, by the way, that was number 11, just in case. Right. Okay. 8 and 1, 81, which for those of you who've followed this before is one old lady with a walking stick. Don't ask. It's just one of those things. 3 and 7, 37. As you can see, Barry's got a very important job there. Oh, unlucky for some, but it might not be. It's the number 13, 1 and 3. Now, I think we might be getting close now, looking at my board. It's 6060. So if you're waiting for that one number, it could be coming soon. 3 and 9, 39. Oh, no, that's everybody stunned into silence in the garden. 8 and 3, 83. 7 and 8, 78. Clickety click, it's 66. Two little ducks, quack, 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 it's 22. 3 and 6, 36. Oh dear. The only thing is, as long as the whole garden doesn't shout bingo, we'll be all right. 2 and 8, 28. On its own, the number 6. 3 and 8, 38. 5 and 4, 54. Bullseye, the number 50, 50. No, I know. I'm not even sure anybody's. Maybe they're not awake anymore. I'm not quite sure. 4 and 8, 48. Either that or they're all taking it very seriously because they've heard what the prizes are. So not. Top of the shop, 90, 90. No, that one didn't even cause a win. 8 and 6, 86. 7 and 4, 74. On its own, the number 5. Life begins at 40. 40. Oh, dearie me. 4 and 9, 49. My goodness, I'm a bit worried about this now. I'm beginning to feel a little bit stressed now. Nobody's shouted. They're all going to have a 1. On its own, the number. No. I didn't say it. I'm not saying it. So Joe has called bingo in Southampton. So well done to Joe. So don't throw away your cards yet. Don't throw away your cards yet. I'm just for my reminder, because we're going to stay on this sheet. Oh dear, I've got it wedged into my elephant. Right. We've done 1 line. We are now going for 2 lines, which is why I'm putting that one up there like that. So your 2 lines have to be in the same box. Okay, they can be the top and the middle, the bottom and the middle, or the top and the bottom. So it doesn't matter, but they must be in the same box. Okay, so that's where your 2 lines come. So you're looking for 10 numbers, basically, in that box in 2 lines. But that gives you 3 chances to do that. Okay, yeah. Are we all right? Everybody okay? Good. Right. Now, it could be that it's a big rush. It's not guaranteed. Sorry? Yeah, I'll put it back in because I didn't say. So it doesn't guarantee that Joe's about to wipe the board with it. So some of you might be getting very close to finishing off anyway. Next number out is 6 and 5, 65. 4 and 7, 47. One lady with a belt, the number 8. Should say old lady. That's not traditionally what it is, but I'm trying to be very PC, especially seeing we're on YouTube. 7 and 5, 75. 6 and 4, 64. 6 and 7, 67. 2 and 3, 23. 5 and 2, 52. Actually, it's quite interesting watching everybody actually doing their cards from here. Actually, I've never really thought about that. I've been so busy doing my bit that actually, if you watch their faces, everybody's very serious. Anyway, 1 and 5, 15. 3 and 1, 31. Rise and shine, it's 29. We are beginning to run out of numbers in the bowl, honestly. 5 and 9, 59. Don't worry, it's nothing to worry about. She says it's just one of the games flying away in the wind, but it's not a problem. I'm just going to pause because I don't want anybody to miss out. Thank you very much, Claire. See, this is what a live show is all about. The only thing that'd be worse is if there were animals around, but there we go. Are you all right, Claire? I don't want you to miss out because this could be the one that makes the difference. It's 4 and 1, 41. Did it not? No. Oh, sorry about that. 7 and 9, 79. 2 and 7, 27. 1 and 9, 19. 2 and 6, 26. 7 and 2, 72. Coming of age, 18, 1, 8. And on its own, the number 1. 6 and 2, 62. Hey, we've got a bingo. Wonderful. And I was just thinking there are some really serious people in the garden that have brought along their own dabbers and their own felt pens. And I could see that Owen was really, going for it. So excellent. Right, that's too nice. Now, still do not throw away your cards because we haven't finished just yet because we need to go for a full house. So that is one of those boxes. That's 15 numbers in one solid box. Okay. So now you've got 3 chances on that one. And there are definitely not many numbers left. Oh, the wind's just picking up. So everybody in the garden, hold on. You don't want to tell me your winning one has just disappeared out. Oh, right. Now then. This is a very politically correct number. So, because we're not doing anything about the upcoming election. So it's the Prime Minister's den is number 10. So that we can't say we're following any particular party. On its own, the number 9. 7 and 1, 71. 2 and 5, 25. 3, 0, 30. 6 and 8, 68. 2, 0, 20. 4 and 6, 46. 8 and 9, 89. I can actually feel, I know I always joke about this when we're online about the tension building, but I have to say that it is beginning to build in the garden. Actually, I can see certain people's faces looking, especially family groups. There's a little bit of competition going on here. 1 and 4, 14. I mean, this could actually be a really bad idea because people could be going home in separate cars. They could be falling out. I mean, it could be the end of marriages, friendships, who knows? 8 and 4, 84. I did say that we'd only do this one once. 6 and 9, 69. Hey, we've got a bingo. And oh no, really? It's over. Ava has a very lucky streak, I think, nearly every time. Well done, Ava. Ava's on for the full house. So that's absolutely brilliant. No, I didn't say, but we play the second game straight away. Then there is a short gap, which might be marginally longer because of obviously people liking to top up their drinks here for a change and only having one bathroom. So people will get to listen to me on YouTube, which is wonderful. And everybody in the garden can actually switch me off, which is quite useful. So anyway, the one that you've just done, that one's now finished. If you could tuck it away, we will collect them for recycling later. It's all mod cons here, so we'll definitely recycle. Right, game 2. Excuse me, because I've just got to find the right bits of paper. Otherwise, I will be very confused. So game 2 with a different picture of an elephant for those of you that are on YouTube. You've actually got one of the orphans being looked after by the keeper. The other picture was a wild elephant out in Kafui. So now you're on game 2. I just have to, this is a problem if the wind blows or sorry, tech team, please hold that. I've just got to put all the numbers back in the bowl without losing any, because if I do, obviously everybody can see. Whereas nobody really knows what goes on normally. There we are. Right. Okay, then. So we are back down to one line again now. So it's a new game. We're back down to one line. Excuse me. Bit of a hay fever sniff. Right. Like you really needed to know that. Okay, then. Eyes down in true bingo fashion. Okay. Oh, and just so that we know, I do apologize. I'm not keeping a good eye on the top chat, but I'm glad that Joe's got her own highlighter as well. So she's taking part in it properly too. It's 7 and 777. 5 and 3, 53. 7 and 1, 71. 3 and 6, 36. Oh,
I think she might be a bit delayed.
I think either. So, Babs, I'm not sure. Maybe the internet in Verwood is not being quite so quick.
Or maybe she accidentally.
Is it an accident? I doubt we've got bingo with only 4 numbers when we need 5. But I'm just waiting to see if Babs can do a quick type. I mean, if you've won bingo for the last full house, that's brilliant. So yeah, finger slipped. Ooh,
Okay,
if it doesn't count, don't worry, everybody. Don't panic. We're still on line 1, so we'll let you off. Okay, right, but we'll still tease you about it, Babs. But thank you. 2 and 5, 25. Me and you, the number 2. Actually, there's a lot more than 2 here. 5 and 8, 58. 7 and 4, 74. 8 and 3, 83. And we've got a dozen. 1 and 2, 12. 4 and 3, 43. It's the old lady with her walking stick again. It's 8 and 1, 81. 6 and 8, 68. 7, 0, 70. 4 and 5, 45. 2 and 3, 23. 8 and 6, 86. 7 and 2, 72. Swiftly followed by 7 and 5, 75. 3 and 2. Is that 75 or 3 and 2, 32? Wonderful. I shall go. And it's Kirsty's mum. That's not really helpful, is it? That's Linda. That's it. It's Linda. Apologies, Linda. So we've got that was now. See, that was a quick one compared to the other one. You just cannot tell. So keep the card that you're on. We are moving from 1 line to 2 lines. I've got a bit. Must admit, I've got far too many bits of paper trying to be clipped on here. But there we are. We're now on to 2 lines. Remember, they need to be in the same box, but they can be top and middle and bottom, or top and bottom, so long as they're in the same box. And I'm very trusting, so we're not going to make sure everybody checks their numbers because we trust you. So, right. Sorry, I'm just having a bit of it. There we go. A bit of an elephant issue. There we are. Not that you can see it's an elephant. Let me just hold him up. Look, let's see. Right. Okay. Right. Anyway, everybody in the garden wants to get on with the game. Now they know how much I chatter. Right. Okay. We've got 7 and 8, 78. Oh, clickety click. It's 66. Got to make sure you get that one up the right way. 1 and 4, 14. Oh, no, it could be a different prime minister, but it's the prime minister's den. It's number 10. Again, no affiliations. We are not sponsored by any political party. 6 and 9 is 69. On its own, the number 6. 1 and 5, 15. 4 and 2, 42. And a cup of tea, it's the number 3. 6 and 2, 62. 8 and 9, 89. 4 and 9, 49. It is. It's very serious here. Okay, it's a bullseye. It's 50. No. They could almost be dozing off. 5 and 2, 52. And it's the Heinz variety, 57. 8 and 5, 85. And it's the old lady all by herself, the number 8. 3 and 9, 39. 5 and 9, 59. 2 and 7, 27. 5 and 4, 54. 7 and 9, 79. Feel like we should be getting close to these two lines. 2 and 9, 29. Nope, still very serious. Oh, coming of age. It's 18. 1 8. 18. 7 and 6. 76. 6 0. 60. All the threes. 33. 2 and 6. 26. Probably is. When I say that, it always reminds me of old money. Not that I was old enough to use that, but anyway. Key of the door. I don't think we've had this one before. 21. But we have had legs 11. Any wolf whistles left in the garden? They're getting better. Getting better. So that was number 11, by the way, everybody, in case you wondered. Right. All the 5s, 55. Yeah. Way. Okay, that's really nicely. We're spreading it around the family over there, so they're not going to fall out. That's wonderful. So there's a 2-liners gone for game 2. Fantastic. And now we are moving on to, there we go. We're on to game 2, full house. So anybody that's desperate for a drink or oh, the wind's just picked up a little bit. So there we go, flapping away. It's almost time for you to take a break. And have to listen to me for a little bit longer. Right, so eyes down, full house. Remember, it's all in one box. Okay, which will be 15 numbers crossed off in that box. And we're starting back with a 6 and a 3, 63. A 5 and a 6, 56. Whack, whack, whack. 2 little ducks, 22. And on its own, the number 7. 3 and 5, 35. Top of the shop, it's 90, 90. Unlucky for some, but it might finish a full house. It's 13, 1 and 3. It didn't. 4 and 6, 46. 6 and 4, 64. We're ticking on now. 6 and 1, 61. 2 and 4, 24. 8080. No, we have the first one out. It's our first time that's come out. 4 and 8, 48. On its own, the number 5. 6 and 7, 67. The tech team, I can see glancing nervously across the garden, waiting with anticipation so that Barry can hit the buzzer. 4 and 1, 41. No, not that time. 6 and 5, 65. Where? Oh, somebody's going to take home more than one prize. There we go. Another full house. So that is brilliant. So you do get to have a little bit of a break now. So you can hear now the wind's picked up. Everybody's having a bit of a chat. You might get up and have a wriggle because I'm not sure garden chairs are the most comfortable. Help yourself to another drink, please. Or the bathroom. You might just have to take it in turns in the bathroom. And then I'm just going to talk to those of you that are online, not going anywhere, or anybody that's listening in the garden. So, right, I think, did I run off with my cards for the next one? Okay, I was going to set that one up. So, obviously, you can hear a bit of a hubbub going on in the garden. But for those of you that are online, thank you very much for joining us. Game Rangers International, as you know, we have volunteered with out in Zambia. And they're very obviously close to our heart. But at the moment, the president has actually declared a national emergency because of the lack of water, because of the drought that they're suffering. So this will go some way to support the work that's going on out there. Unfortunately, the crops for this year have already failed. I mean, rain isn't normally due till November anyway, which coming from a country like ours, where we seem to be suffering from too much rain, feels hard to believe. So Game Rangers International will do their best to provide resources in the areas that need them most. Obviously, the resource protection is needed because families are struggling, so they're going to turn to whatever means they can to feed their families and to create an income, which could have devastating effect for wildlife. And actually, the communities need long-term solutions because climate is changing. And we need to help support that. So thank you very much for joining in and for any donations that you've made. I hope you are enjoying what's going on at the moment. It's definitely an unusual experience doing it in both places. We will, we've just got a few people missing from the garden that are spreading their wings, but the sun is starting to disappear, so it is beginning to get just a little bit chillier, so we won't keep them out in the garden for much longer, and we will move on with game 3 shortly in a moment. But well done to everybody that's won. Thank you for taking part. It's always lovely to have you online. I'm just going to put the numbers back in the bowl. So I think we've had this one out before. It's the bowl from Africa, which is obviously very important for this sort of game. So I'm just going to put them back in and concentrate on that so I don't lose somebody's very important number. So that is lovely. About Katie and Tom. Sorry, quick drink. Okay, we'll hang on for one more minute and then we'll start again. So please, if there's anybody online that wants to type away and chat, you've been very quiet, but then there are only 7 of you. In fact, even the garden's been quiet, so which I probably should be grateful for. There's too much heckling and we'll never get the game finished. So we're just... Oh, it's only Tom, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, right, that's fine. So I think, is everybody in the garden good to go? Katie, is that all right? Or do you want to wait for Tom?
No.
That's what I said, you know, another domestic dispute. Okay, right. So we're on game 3. This time, this looks like one of the orphan elephants in this picture who has in fact gone out into the wild. Might be Tafika. If there was a Game Rangers International member online, then they might be able to identify. But definitely, this is an orphaned elephant who's gone out into the wild. Lovely. Oh, great. Look, Joe said it's okay. Alice is doing all right. So that's brilliant. Okay. So online, they're good. So game 3, one line. Remember the 2 you've just finished, put to the back. We'll recycle those later. We're on game 3, 1 line. Remember 5 numbers in a row. You've got 9 chances. And if the tech team is ready, yeah, got thumbs up from them. So off we go. The first, eyes down. In fact, eyes down. Oh, and the first number is the key of the door. It's 21. All the 3s, 33. 6 and 1, 61. 1 and 7, 17. Come out very early this time. Unlucky for some, it's the number 13, 1 and 3. And on its own, it's the number 1. Number 1 is actually Kelly's eye, but it's a really long story to explain why. So we're not even, that's why I don't do that one. 3 and 8, 38. On its own, the number 6. Oh, sorry, a little bit of wind there. Papers are moving. 6 and 7, 67. 2 and 3, 23. Oh, followed by 2 and 4, 24. Doesn't often happen, but there we go, coming out. Clickety click, it's 66. You can tell the ones I know because they sort of come out louder, don't they? Have you noticed that? Right. It's the Prime Minister's den again, so a different party, number 10. We're doing well. Could be a 3-horse race at this game. 3 and 9, 39. 1 and 4, 14. 8 and 9, 89. I hope there's a little bit of whispering going on the tech team. They put me off when they do that. Normally they're the other side of the table, so it's easier to ignore them. 1 and 5, 15. Coming of age, it's 18, 1 and 8. 7 and 1, 71. It's that old lady with her walking stick again. It's 8 and 1, 81. Obviously gone for a very long walk if she's still coming out. 2 and 5, 25. 2 old ladies, 88. Doesn't have quite the same ring saying old than the word it should be, but I do like to be polite. Okay, and let's shut the door. It's number 4. 1 and 9, 19. It's a full dozen. It's 1, 2, it's 12. All the 7s, 77. 8 and 4, 84. Quack, 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 quack. All the 2s, 22. I think I've quacked on every game so far. 6 and 5, 65. 4 and 9, 40. Oh, 9, that was middling. Who was that? Is that Tom? Hey, well done, Tom. Excellent. There we go. That was a shout from the end. Right then, that's line 1. Now we're going to just swap over because we're going to do line 2. Remember to keep that card. Don't get rid of it just yet. Just in case you wonder what my tech team actually do, besides sitting there eating chocolates, which I can't because I'm talking too much, I know. So if it wasn't for the tech team, and it's only happened once, I shouldn't really jinx it, should I, was when I actually threw all the numbers back in the bowl midway through a game, and then nobody knew what numbers we'd already had. But that is actually Charlotte's job, is to make sure that we know all the numbers that have been called out, and also to make sure that if anybody messages me and gets in touch, that she can actually sort out any problems with any tech. So that's what Charlotte does. Next number out is 4 and 5, 45. Barry's a bit miffed because he hasn't had a call out. That's because he's got to wait till the gap between the next game. 7 and 6, 76. All the fours, 44. 5 and 4, 54. 2 and 6, 26. Now, I'm about to jinx it because I was going to say the prizes have been nicely spread, really, this evening, which is great. However, probably saying that will now jinx it completely. 7 and 3, 73. 4 and 3, 43. 7 and 5, 75. 3, 0, 30. On its own, the number 9. And 4 and 2, 42. 8 and 2, 82. 8, 0, 80. 8 and 5, 85. There's a bit of a theme going on here. And life begins at 40. All the 5s, 55. Time for the garden to wake up. It's legs 11. Look, see, there we go. I've quacked every game. They've wolf whistled every game. It's at least it's fair, isn't it? So there we go. And on its own, the number 5. 6 and 4, 64. Well, I see. I said jinxed it. Linda has got 2 lines this time, which is wonderful. And as promised, Tech Team Barry. What does Barry do? Well, he types them in to the top chat on YouTube, and that is really important because should the internet go down while people are playing a game, it means they can jump back in and find out what numbers they might have missed. And it's also another way of checking in. So Barry's job is very important. I'm not going to talk about the buzzer. So I sort of wish I'd never introduced that one. That seems a bad idea now. But anyway, either that or we could run out of batteries one day. But there we go. So game 3, all up for the... Oh, okay. He's feeling a bit left out. Would you like to see Barry's buzzer? Right, there we go. Look. Oh, doesn't work so well for me, does it? That's better. There we go. I think it used to flash. I'm not sure it flashes anymore. I think it's overuse.
It does.
It does about. It's just a bit light in here compared to normal when we do it in winter and it's pitch dark outside. Right. Okay. Full house. Better get going. 2 and 9, 29. Although I have to say, game 3 is actually whizzing past. There is an average time for a game, which we've kept to up until now. And then we are with Joe. Please do not encourage Barry with the buzzer, with your comments, please. 2 and 8, 28. 5 and 2, 52. Cup of tea, it's the number 3. We might be moving on to that later if it gets too cold. 4 and 8, 48. 4 and 6, 46. On its own, the number 7. Oh, I'm not sure we've had this one yet this evening. It's Sweet 16, 1 and 6. 7 and 2, 72. 2, 0, 20. On its own, it's the number 8, the one lady with her belt round her. Oh dear, as you can see, we're just going through a momentary sort of wind. There we go. 7 and 9, 79. Luckily, the numbers are not going to blow off the board. 7 and 4, 74. 4 and 7, 47. 6 and 2, 62. 7, 0, 70. Oh, we must be getting close. I'm trying to look to see if there's anybody there with a sort of smug look on their face because they're only waiting for one number. 6 and 9, 69. or anybody out there on YouTube waiting for that final number. 5 and 6, 56. Not yet. 3 and 5, 35. Top of the shop, it's 90, 90. Oh, there was a shout. And it's Nikki. There we go, right at the far end of the garden. And I promise them they're not in the naughty corner, honest. So well done. That's game 3. So that one did actually whiz past quicker than normal. So on to the last game of the evening, which I have to say, as the wind has picked up, I think everybody in the garden might be quite pleased about. I did actually warn everybody to wrap up if they were a bit chilly, but and game 4 has a picture of one of the orphans in the elephant nursery independently drinking their milk bottle, which is a lovely sight to see. So you are on your last set of 3 blocks. You're on one line, and it's all. You can't play because I haven't put the numbers back in. So that would have been a bit unfortunate, wouldn't it? So let's just pop all those back in. It went. I've lost one. I will get it in a moment. Oh, actually, tech team are off. Okay, see if you get. Yeah, there we are. Okay, we've just keep going. Anyway, somewhere. I'm almost lost for words, but anyway, only almost. So they can see you, by the way, Barry. So honestly, I'm so sorry. Sorry, I'm trying to compose myself here, but it's a good job my glasses have gone slightly dark. You cannot see that I'm actually crying underneath here. So, and this is why we're not doing one out in the garden again. Right, anyway, eyes down, game 4, line 1. Good luck to everybody that hasn't won a prize so far, but people in the garden, they've actually got a raffle. Sorry, those people on YouTube. So they still got a chance afterwards. So those on YouTube, I owe you a cuppa, okay? So that's fine. All right. And eyes down, and the first number out is 4 and 1, 41. 7 and 5, 75. 1 and 4, 14. It's the old lady with her walking stick, 8 and 1, 81. She has been out every single game. So I think by now she's walked a mile. 7 and 9, 79. 6 and 1, 61. 6 and 5, 65. Coming of age, 18. 8 and 4, 84. And it's a dozen. It's 1 and 2. It's 12. 7 and 3, 73. 8 and 3, 83. 8 and 9, 89. There's a bit of a theme there. On its own, the number 9. Okay, garden, wake up. It's legs 11. Yeah, getting a bit fed up with that, aren't they? Yeah, absolutely. I'm guessing that normally means when I ask them to do that on YouTube, actually nobody does it. And I just think they do. So there we go. Right, 5 and 3, 53. Unlucky for some, it's 13, 1 and 3. It actually hasn't been lucky for anybody this evening. 2 old ladies, 88. Shut the door, it's number 4. Oh, but I'll have a cup of tea, it's the number 3. 7 and 4, 74. 3 and 6, 36. 8 and 2, 82. 2 and 8, 28. I apologise to people on YouTube if you can actually hear the sound effects. You can tell we're live out in the garden in a town, can't you? So it is the key of the door. It's 21. 2 and 1, 21. 1 and 7, 17. Sweet 16, 1 and 6. 4 and 2, 42. There's some very serious faces. I think it's all the pressure's on for this last game. 4 and 5, 45. Barry's obviously not having enough work to do because he's now playing things on his phone. Okay, life begins at 40. 8 and 5, 85. 2 and 7, 27. 6 and 4, 64. 3 and 1, 31. 4 and 6, 46. And it's the Heinz variety of 57, 5 and 7. Yeah, tech team glancing out across the garden, just checking sure everybody's still awake and hasn't dozed off. 3 and 5, 35. Because you might miss your number. You wouldn't want that. 3, 0, 30. After all, there are real prizes. Don't get too excited. And it's number 1. 8, 0, 80. Yes. Hey, we have bingo in the garden. Roz has got a line. Yeah. Yeah, there is that thing where you look and think, was that me? Was that my last number? Was it right? Yeah, I know. It's very like, yeah, that's it. So, right, we are moved. That was the last one line. We are now on 2 lines. Game 4, last game, 2 lines. Remember, they just need to be in the same box. Right, put that one back up. So that is there very much for me to remember where we are because I spend so much time rabbiting on in between. Okay, right. Eyes back down, everybody. It's 3 and 4, 34. 3 and 8, 38. 7 and 8, 78. Me and you, it's number 2. On her own, the number 8. 2 and 4, 24. 4 and 3, 43. Quack, 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 quack. It's 22, 2 little ducks. There we are. That one's been out every time as well. 6, 0, 60. 4 and 8, 48. All the 7s, 77. 7 and 1, 71. 5 and 4, 54. Yep. Way. There we go. 2 lines. Oh, dear. Yeah. So I don't have to referee, but you know, I'm gonna have to watch. There's a group in the garden. I'm just gonna have to keep my eye on. So, so don't want any falling out. Okay, right. So we are speeding through, but as I said, we normally take an hour. We won't be far off this. Oh, can't get my game full house. Right. And this is it for the evening. It is the last full house to go. And then everybody really can finish off the chocolates and have another drink and put a cardigan on. So, sorry? Well, not online. They can still put a cardigan on and eat the sweets and have a hot chocolate. They just have to do it themselves. Sorry. Okie dokie. And eyes back down for the last full house. Clickety click. It's 66. What a good one to start back on. There we go. 5 and 1, 51. 8 and 7, 87. 6 and 9, 69. Oh, sorry. It escaped. 5 and 6, 56. All the 4s, 44. 6 and 7, 67. 4 and 9, 49. 7, 0, 70. I have to say it's been very quiet on the top chat. I know Joe's there. I know Babs. I hope everybody else is still playing and enjoying. 5 and 9, 59. 2020. Remember, even if you call bingo after somebody's called bingo in the garden, you can still get your bingo prize. There is normally more than one. 4 and 7, 47. Joe, does that mean you only need one number to get the last full house? Well, there we go. So Joe's telling that she's only got one number to go. Don't know who else. Anybody else in the garden got one number to go?
Okay.
Joe, I'm sorry, you're up against. There's another 3 in the garden. Let's build up the suspense here, build up the tension, make the game last a bit longer. 3 and 7, 37. We'll do big pauses in between. No, we won't do that. Right, okay, it's bullseye, 50. Hey, it's Diane. So there we go. That was one of the 3. It wasn't somebody just sneaking in there. So well done to Diane. Let me just take this off so I don't have that in my way anymore. So it just leaves me to say to everybody on YouTube, because we will wrap up earlier so that you can dive off. Thank you so much for joining in. I will let you know how much we've raised. I hope you've had fun. Certainly the weather has held, and it's been wonderful that you could join us online. Keep your eye open. I'm sure there will be other online bingos on their way. So so thank you, Joe. Thank you, Alice. Thank you, Neil and Babs and Rose and Harry. Anybody else that I left off? And Sarah. Sorry, apologies, Sarah. But thank you ever so much. It's always great to have you there, and I'll catch up with you really soon. So I am going to end the chat a little bit early, so that you can go off and do whatever you need to do with your evening. But anyway, I'll get the tech team to just give a little wave, seeing they don't normally. So there we go. Look, there they are. There we are. They don't normally get that opportunity because I don't let them. But anyway, take care, everybody. Bye.
And then shut it.